Mm-hmm.
They threw in the mobile gate,
Oh,
and if you
that's
hit the
right. And
mobile
flow through
gate,
the gate.
hit the mobile gate. Now here's the thing. Here's the kicker where I see the refinement needs to come in. One, you don't have to have a mobile gate. I get that part. We understand that. Can't that CFL? It's a little different. Things a little more lax. We get that. But
Right.
going for us and as an organization, if you had the option for a really, and we'll think about that, maybe having a potential gate that gave you bonus lap count, which is what they were doing.
Or just a different.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. The way they started it was, if you, they called it out. They're like, okay, mobile gate's active, uh, and it was 10 minutes into the race, and it was worth 3 laps. So you had to weigh out how, and you could only hit the gate 4 times. Like, they put a cap on it. Like, you couldn't relentlessly just keep going after this thing. So guys were figuring out when, and it would go up as time went along. Like, oh, it went up to 5, it went up to 10, counted for 10 laps if you hit it. And you could only hit it 4 times. Your team as a total could only hit it 4 times. And it was great. So people were kind of strategizing, when do we go for the gate, or are we going to go for the gate, or how many laps do I have? We have created a lot of sportsmanship. Like,
we can just add a harder part of the course that we can open up. Say, hey, okay, we've got this back part of the course that if you fly through that, that's 3 laps instead of 1.
Yeah, we're gonna make it really difficult though. It was really challenging. It was a really what I loved about it was you had to weigh it out as a team, whether you were even going to do it based on your frame, because your frame could be too small, could be too teeny, and wouldn't be able to thread the needle. So it created a lot of options. The only thing that was failing was they incrementally went up, and then said, I think it was at the end, all the laps are 10, and so that kind of sucked. So guys who went for it when they were a value of 3, it was just like, it should have just been stayed
I agree.
It should have stayed the way it was and not changed it into, they all are 10 now. They're all worth 10 laps. So that's the refining I'm talking about. But
right.
I like the time, and then the most laps. So, and then throw it in on extra gates, or something really hard and really challenging that you're rewarded for it. It's a gamble. You can crash out, but and you keep going. If you crashed out, then your other teammate would try to get you back up, or I think they launched another one from the start finish.
Yeah, but how did they? The only problem is
and then someone had to go recover.
There's a crash. In the event of a crash, we might have to put somebody on the field to recover that airplane, and that's
what they were doing. And you couldn't take off until somebody said you could, or something. There was something to that, and it worked pretty good.
I don't know that we want to have people on the track with airplanes. I mean, it's one thing if it crashes out of bounds, or if it slides out of bounds or something, or if it crashes at the gate and it's sitting right there by the side, you can put the gate between you and traffic. I'm not.
We can have field marshals, but I agree. It's
there's a safety issue there, and maybe you just.
Well, I think you can, if a plane crashes, you've got specific people designated that are recovery, right? Not anybody can just go out there. Number one. Number two, those
would be us. We would be there,
right, or whoever, but or volunteers, right? But they're the only ones allowed on the field. And then what you do is that, okay, a plane is down. We've got a field marshal going out to grab an aircraft. You can't go near the gate. So you can't use that gate to get a lap off or time off of your laps, or whatever the case may be, whatever bonus we're going to give you.
Gates closed.
Right, the gate's closed until that guy's out.
You can
put
them.
Way.
You could do like they do in NASCAR, man. I firmly believe
yellow
this,
flag. Yeah,
I think that a lot of that wings really breed just naturally is a NASCAR feeling kind of style in racing. I really do it. I really think it does. Teams, and then I love how they did in CFL. You adopt that, and then yellow flag. If you blow a gate and we're on the mics and you're on the mic and you just scream out yellow, everyone's just got to immediately go right up where they are, and you've got a designated area, and they just cattle call and just go up there and loiter.
That's a great idea.
Well, let everybody
the sales start. Everybody go up there.
Finish your lap and then loiter area.
Yeah, exactly.
Finish your
lap, then we watch. That's the role of us is to watch, make sure that
finish your lap.
We see where you are. No, they got to go up. I'm just saying here. An idea is you go up and you get them up because everybody was racing anyways. Because you go in there and so you see what I mean? You go up there and pit. Then it's the discretion of the field, the guy who's in charge, whether he brings them in or restarts them and says, at the counter, here we go, count down like normal, boop, boop, the whole 9 yards.
You could have a designated. No, that way you don't have a designated runner that's while the race is going on. I like the idea of okay, we got one down, yellow.
Pull them up. Pull them up if need be.
Yeah.
And that's a discretion. That's a call of the field judge or what a field marshal needs to be the one that calls that one.
Yeah.
Whoever's designated in charge. I mean, that's what I mean. This is where it's breeding itself. I think it's a good idea. What do you think, Mark? What says you?
No, I mean, I missed 3/4 of that because of the computer crash, but
Oh, we're talking about refining. Like we're coming. We're starting to mold the old clay.
Yeah. No, I'm good. Like I said, I just think it's we really kind of need to air it out and figure out where we're at, and I'm good with basically everything I heard. Yellow, I like the idea of having a yellow. I'm just kind of like how do we really kind of.
Well, we'd have to try it.
I mean, I don't know how that's really going to work.
Well, I'm just going off of as experience. When you guys call shit out, we listen, and if you called out a yellow, we just go into the season learning like, oh, this year's new addition to the rules is a yellow. That's
right.
Yellow means I got to go right back up to where we started and get ready to loiter. Get off the course,
go
over to sales start area, and we'll designate where it is before the race. That way, everybody knows. Pilots will know. Up there we go, and then restart. It makes life easy. You already have a timer. All right, here comes the restart, and then you just throw the countdown again, and then they go right to start finish. And then
what about yellow. Having 2 frequencies per team? So you're not calling a yellow every time somebody crashes.
Well,
it's when you have 2 on one team down.
That was the thing that was really good about CFL was if someone on your team crashed out, everybody was on your team was on the same frequency. And if somebody crashed out, you had to wait for somebody to go unplug them before you could launch. And it made it really fair because the people that were trying to hit that little tiny gate and get the bonus, when they would crash out, now you had to wait for somebody to go out there and unplug it. So it was a gamble for you.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's like whatever. It's not a big deal. It's not hurting you at all.
Right.
Like there's got to be some level of risk there. If there's no risk to it, like if it's all reward, then I mean everybody's going to try it. And the idea is, the idea is that it's there specifically to, hey, this is a neat little thing that'll give you an extra lap or whatever we decide that bonus is. Because if there's no literally, if I can just launch my other plane if I crash, whatever.
Right. So I think adopting what Zach and them did down there and